afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. GMO Tuesday. It is GMO Tuesday. Hey, you know what? It's been a minute since we did a walkabout. Let's go walk around, get an update before we get into all the crazy Monsanto stuff going on this past week. Just insane. Today we're going to talk about, I tell you what, let's take a look at the little thing I got here. Food Revolution Summit started this week. Yes, a very, very good, the relentless work they do. John and Ocean Roberts, off the hook. Great presentation again this year. It's number 6, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, the highlight was Dr. Vandana Shiva. Ooh, buddy, I'll tell you what. Her and Dr. Jane Goodall, they'd be two really cool chicks just to hang out with for a day. Go to the park and have a picnic. Yes, indeed. Hey, let's go for a walkabout. We'll come back. We'll get into Monsanto. They made a motion. I'm going to show you how Monsanto strings things out the entire time they profit. Perhaps some of our lawsuit laws need to be changed. Forget the libel, Mr. Trump. Forget the libel. Let's talk about how they string things out for 30 years. Why they profit, knowing what the end result is going to be. We're going to talk about that today, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, non-GMO feed out there, Foothill Feed and Mercantile. You know that girl, Shannon. And I'm going to bring a guy into the conversation that I haven't brought in before. Peter Hollens. He's somebody that I comment back and forth with on a thing. Going to bring up some of his comments. Zen Honeycutt, the drop-dead gorgeous moms across America gal. Zen Honeycutt. I don't know what he's got against her, but Peter. We're going to talk about that a little bit too, folks. Hey. Did you think I forgot, Thomas? Did you think I forgot? We're also going to talk about March for Science and climate change, climate warming, climate whatever. We're going to talk about that a little bit too today, folks. You bet on it. Hey, get the popcorn. It's going to be a good one. We'll be right back. All right, folks. As you know, every spring we do something with strawberries. And over here we got some planters going on. We have some pedestal planters. These should be ready Mother's Day. If not, these will be ready Father's Day for sure. Those will be ready Mother's Day. An old shipping crate we found the horses were chewing on. We put that together. But the front end of this has come along. We still have a little infrastructure stuff to do right in here. You can see that is kind of slipping forward. I need that to stay plumb, square, so things don't sit like that. But as you can see, things garlic. We got the garlic. That's what is it? Sativia. That sweet thing. And of course, the irises are coming up here. Let's see here. I got that. That's a type of donkey's tail right here. Autumn's mist coming up. Strawberries in the bucket. You bet. Here's another some different strawberry planters over here. Got the oregano chives coming up. In this bed here, folks, is going to be oregano. And as you can see, chili lovers, this is also for you. Look at all those little chilies. I got chilies everywhere. I believe those are the chamayas. If they're not chamayas, I don't know what they are, so we're going to have a good time finding out. You can guarantee that. But you can see the strawberries all starting to come in here. If I remember, basil's going to be in here. This is a basil bed here also. German winter time. We got some English sage up there in that corner. All in here. And English sage should come up in this area here too, because we planted a bunch of English sage seeds in that bed there also. And as you can see over here, this is where we're going to have French tarragon, quinette basil, and of course garlic. Got garlic everywhere. Got some sunflowers on the end, and of course strawberries in this little front here. And then some flowers over here to get the bees out here. We have seen bees a little bit here so far this year. This is one of the greenhouses. This is going to be for chilies over here. There are my super giant pumpkins going on there. Got more strawberry baskets. These behind the glass, they'll definitely be ready for Mother's Day, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know if you can see them. The one lens on my camera, I do apologize. It is broke. So I have to, turn the camera around so you got a clear view. and I can't see exactly what I'm filming like I would if the camera was turned around. Anyways, with that, I'm going to pause here. We're going to go back inside. We're going to get to GMO Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. GMO Tuesday coming right up. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. We're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, 75. Gorgeous weather. It's springtime. Summer's here, huh? We're supposed to get a bunch of rain. This is our rain month between now and for like the next 6 weeks, 7 weeks or so. It is actually the rainy season in this area. So everything you saw out there, I mean, everything that you just saw, and I haven't seen the playback yet, so we'll look at that a bit. But everything that I showed you out there has popped up in the last 2 weeks because it was freezing 2 weeks ago. So that's how our weather is. Hey, let's talk some Monsanto. It's GMO Tuesday. GMO Tuesday. Hey, Monsanto, remember what I was saying, how they stretch things out. It'll take 20, 30 years to get through the courts, and they know it. They know it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a frivolous motion, in my humble opinion. Monsanto Company's motion to strike plaintiffs' reply Exhibit 1 and unredacted versions of reply. The backstory. Monsanto pushed a couple sentences out of a communique into public domain. As is with everything that is edited and censored, you really don't get the whole picture of how these two sentences, the plaintiffs, and this is Roundup Products liability litigation, and this pertains to all actions. There are 50 different lawsuits for this. 50. Now, this is why this motion is important. If Monsanto wins, nobody gets the information in the other 50 lawsuits. However, what I believe they want to strike confidentiality. That's the underlying thing here. Remember, Jeff Rowland was at the EPA. He quits the EPA. And I believe Jeff Rowland has committed perjury because he was specifically asked for disclosure, and he did not disclose the work after office. He's doing all kinds of stuff with the chemical companies, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Rowland was the EPA guy that allowed Monsanto to do stuff, push things around back in May of 2016. Remember? Glyphosate is safe. Glyphosate is safe. Yahoo! We find it okay. 2 days later, the article's gone. It's not on the website anymore. Jeff Rowland, hello. Anyways, there's communique going back and forth between Mr. Rowland. There's communique going back and forth between the EPA and Monsanto. Monsanto puts 2 of those sentences out there in public domain. Guess what? The rest of it is fair play. You can't show part of something and not show it all. Let me see here. Combined with a motion to strike for protective order. Let me see here. Dr. Hayden's, this is one of the transcripts from Dr. Hayden, and they use just a couple things. Deposition and its exhibits is premised on the single erroneous argument that Monsanto committed a subject matter waiver of confidentiality by posting online 2 sentences from that transcript. When they did that transcript, ladies and gentlemen, it's open season. You can't open the door and then shut it in the courts. Once that door's open, It's fair game. That is why many times, not in all cases, I believe the most famous one we have was OJ. No, OJ did take the stand, but you don't take the witness stand when you're being prosecuted. Every time I've ever gone to trial, I took the stand. If you're going to be telling the truth, what do you got to worry about when you go on the witness stand? But what happened here by them letting those two, once you open, or it's like if an attorney asks a question in a trial, if he brings up the subject of your character, and the prosecution says, well, now that you mention it, how about what you did in 1993? You're like, you can't go there. Yes, you can, because your attorney opened the character door. Your attorney opened that door, and they can. And so basically, I don't know if it was their legal department or who it was, but somebody got a little careless and let information out. But that door's been opened. Unless this judge, and I don't think this judge, they're buying this judge. This judge is putting he's putting a hurt bump on Monsanto. So, next up, Monsanto in the news. Planter equipment deal with deer. They had a seeding thing going on that was going to be tied into technology, and we'll seed at the right temperature, with the right time, with the right atmospheric moisture and pressure, and all this kind of stuff. They were going to go into with the deer company, I believe John Deere, Deere, but they and the pushback came from the Department of Justice, saying, nah, that gives you too much control over something that we don't want you to have control over. So, I don't know if they'll take a hit on stock or not, but who knows. But let's see here. I'm not sure who the speakers were today for the podcast. If anybody wants a link to listen to the podcasts, I'll put it in the description. I promise. I know I said I put something in last week and I forgot. I promise I will get John and Robert Ocean's link in there so you can listen to the Food Revolution Summit. I'm telling you, they got some good stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen. Good stuff. And a big shout out to both John and Robert. The work they do putting that together, it's year round, ladies and gentlemen, because it is just off the hook. Wow, I got that many emails this afternoon, huh? Another terrorist plot. Unbelievable. Another terrorist plot. Wow. Maybe I accidentally deleted it. Let me go find it. Hang on 1 second. We will find it. Oh, wait a minute. No. Let's go back to trash. Yesterday's speakers, the key speaker in the morning was Dr. Vandana Shiva, I believe, or Shavi. I'm not sure how to enunciate her name. I know I butcher it, and I don't do it on purpose. And she's so kind-hearted, I know she'll forgive me. So, there we go. Day 4, the replays are ready already today. That's how late I am today. I'm normally up and doing this first thing in the morning. Today's speaker, Susan Pierce Thompson. She's a PhD. To the roots. She was talking about the obesity epidemic. Let me see. Let's go see. That was a comment. Rachel Garcia, today's speakers have invigorated, inspired, and motivated me. Thank you, Food Revolution. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a really, really good meeting of the minds, get together of people and people throughout the industry and people who are trying to do good. And with that, I'm going to say this. Let's see, who else was speaking? Let's see, that's Dr. Susan Price. Robert Lutztig, he's a medical doctor. He talked about sugar today. David Satcher, also a medical doctor. And let's see, he was speaking. Where'd you go, Doc? Today was about sugar and fat. Obesity will be politically correct. I'm not a PC person, but talking about the obesity issues, sugars, they all tie into each other. And hey, guess what? That obesity and those sugars tie into your heart. They tie into a whole bunch of stuff, into the mind, the way you think, everything. So look down at the link. I'll make sure I get the link in the description this time, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of people who do good, before I go there, I'm going to say this. I am going to say this. Dr. Vandana Shavi, Dr. Jane Goodall, Vani Hari, Zen Honeycutt, or those are the faces. Those are the faces of this GMO issue, this get the poison out of our food issue. Really cool people, really drop dead gorgeous chicks. What the hey? I don't know about you, but let me ask you right now. Those four ladies that I just said, Dr. Vandana, Dr. Jane, Vani Hari, and Zen, would you rather have them as the face of your movement? Or would you rather swing on a star? Hey, or would you rather have Bill Nye, the fake science guy, marching for science? Hello, Thomas, you whiny little. Give me a break. I don't know what the latest hoopla about Bill Nye, the fake science guy. What is this thing or something? I don't know. What's that girl's name? Bill, let me see. Bill Nye, the science guy. But he's the face of, let me see. Who is it? It's some, Rachel is her name. And when I listened, I read the words to that song, I'm appalled. And I'm telling you what, if Bill Nye, the fake science guy, if I had a child in his classroom, I'd be socking him in the nose. I'm sorry, but I would be socking him in the nose, ladies and gentlemen. There is Rachel Bloom. That's some weird stuff. That ain't science. That's weird stuff. But that's the face of March for Science. Bill Nye, the fake science guy. Hey, now let's talk about climate warming. The CO2 epidemic that we have. The rising sea levels that we have. Oh, by the way, donate your money to the climate warming people, because the face of that organization flies around in a 747 jet, polluting the air up. Patootie. I mean, how much fuel does a jet use? Why, he flies around jet setting, gallivanting all over the country. And oh, by the way, hey, please donate the money so we can stop the oceans from rising, because I just bought a $4.8 million home 50 feet from the ocean front. I don't want it to flood me out. That's the face of climate warming, of climate change. You got a freak weirdo goofball talking about uh-ohs to children. Bill Nye, the fake science guy. That is the March for Science. Cut it out. Reuters this week is reporting 700 bees face extinction from neonicotinoids. I finally learned how to say it, neonicotinoids. They're bad. That's a systemic poison. It's a nicotine-based poison. They feed it into the plant. The plant eats it up. The bug eats the plant. The nervous system of the bug dies. So does the bug. Guess what, folks? You could be eating that stuff too, man. What if somebody sprays that, puts that in a basil patch? You eat the basil, you eat the lettuce, you eat what goes in the dirt, goes on the table. Remember that. But let's talk about Peter Hollens, Zen Honeycutt. Zen Honeycutt, her work is relentless, and this guy tried to kind of discredit her. Peter Hollens, he's a pretty intelligent guy. I don't know him personally. We interact in through a discussion format in one of the discussion rooms, but we have exchanged quite a bit in the past, and to say we're on the opposite side of the fence is putting it mildly. However, why I brought that up, I do think that if Peter and I ever did sit down at the same table, we would have a conversation. I wouldn't beat him up because I don't like what he's saying, and he wouldn't beat me up because he doesn't like what I'm saying. Peter and I would have a conversation. That's the kind of guy Peter hits me as, not this goofy crap going on in our society right now of the First Amendment being suppressed. While I participate in these discussions, and yes, there's one side of the fence and there's the other side of the fence. Not many are straddling. But Peter said that he referred to Zen as a well-meaning activist. And my question to Peter, and I asked him in the thread, let me see, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Zen Honeycutt found out there's poison in the food she's feeding her children, so she makes a big stink about it. Still not seeing what's wrong with that picture. Zen Honeycutt finds out there's other poisons in the food, along with the other drop-dead gorge, San Diego and Florida. We need somebody in Dallas. We need another drop-dead gorgeous girl in Dallas to get on the no GMO bandwagon with us. We can't just have them spread out 3,000 miles apart, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, there's a job right there for you. And I'm teasing, ladies, I'm teasing. But you got these two gals, they found poison in the food. They found chemicals in the food that's unnecessary, and they make an issue of it. I don't understand what's bad about that. It doesn't make sense to me, but this is what really doesn't make sense to me. Both of these women are mothers, and it sounds to me like they're pretty good mothers. They care about what they're feeding their children, unlike some of the other people I know. Here's what blows me away. The non-GMO girls that say no to GMO girls, they're drop dead gorgeous. The promoting GMO girls, their lips are over here. I mean, I'm teasing. Missing apathy, I'm teasing about your eyebrow. You know it. I'm just playing. But these women bring to the table something. There's poison in the food. They don't want to feed their children. Where do I get good food? So they start making people aware of what's going on. Now they get berated. They're bad-mouthed. Peter says she's a well-meaning activist. I don't consider anybody telling you the facts. There's poison in your food. Do you want poison in your food? That's not an activist. That's an informer. That's an information provider. Come on. That's not an activist. You know, an activist was the people out in the street yelling, make love, not war, make love, not war, putting daisies in the gun barrel. Not what's going on now. I don't know. Maybe I'm from a different time. I could be from a different time. But I asked this guy. He says she's not a scientist. She doesn't have a scientific degree. Blah, 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 right? So I ask. I don't understand why Zen has to have some kind of degree in science or has to be a scientist of any type to understand this. Glyphosate kills this. If it's in this and it's in my food, I have a poison in the food. Kind of like the Bt toxin thing. Bt toxin is found in nature. Da, da, da. It's not found in corn. It's found in the dirt. You don't eat the dirt. Give me a break. This is how ridiculous this is, ladies and gentlemen. This brainwashing is multi-level. It really is. They have perfected this. They got it down to an art, and they're deep in the agencies to be able to do this. It's unraveling in the courts. It's unraveling very fast. But I asked this guy, man, Peter, why does Zen Honeycutt, why does this girl have to be a scientist? Why does she have to have a scientific degree? Why does Baby Hari have to have a scientific degree to know they don't want to feed poison to their children? I'm sorry. Give them women a medal. They deserve a medal for being a good mother, for crying out loud. Why are they bad people? How do these two ladies get to be bad people? I don't get it. How, believe it or not, I mean, we all know what Dr. Jane Goodall said, and you know what, she's a cool chick. I'd hang out with her. I'd spend a day with her in a heartbeat. But, some of the things she does are a little extreme. People get freaked out, I don't think she's an activist. She just wanted to find out why. And she went and found out why, didn't she? And she shared that with the world. That makes her a bad person? That makes her bad? Come on. I mean, that's, kind of the thing. They do this systematic tear down, and I made a comment in this thread that, and actually Peter Hollens is in the thread that I made a comment in about very Alinsky-ish. But that is the MO of the Monsanto propaganda machine. The MO of the Monsanto propaganda machine, ladies and gentlemen, keep that in mind. The MO of the Monsanto propaganda machine is the same MO as that lady who she uses the same procedure to go in and discredit somebody. And I'm speaking of Mrs. Clinton. When she defends her husband on rape allegations, on sexual misconduct allegations, she uses the same exact procedure, step by step, to discredit, humiliate, not believe, etc., make you a liar, show how stupid you are, as Monsanto does, and the Monsanto propaganda machine lackeys. And I'm sorry, Peter knows this, I've said it before, he is part of the problem. Well, to me it's a problem, to him he's getting paid, I guess, I don't know, but I wouldn't be spreading no lies about my food to anybody, or a product, or a company. I'm sorry. Somewhere, there's something about integrity in one of them 7 deadly sins or something that, it's kind of like the vanity thing, I mean, when you can sell your integrity and look yourself in the mirror, you are not a good person. You may not be a good person. I may have to come up with some of that stuff, huh? You may not be a good person. You may be a fake scientist. And that's, to me, I'm sorry, but anybody who has a science degree and lies about these GMO technology and all this stuff for Monsanto, and make no mistake about it, they are lying for Monsanto. They have no integrity. They have no integrity, and they are a fake scientist is what they are. They're fake scientists. That's what they are. That is what they are. Yes, indeed. Hey, Foothill Feed and Mercantile, ladies and gentlemen. Foothill Feed and Mercantile. They have non-GMO foods for your pet. Non-GMO pet foods. They're located 1330 Geiger Grade in Reno, Nevada. 775-852-0999. 775-852-0999. 1330 Geiger Grade non-GMO animal feeds for your critters. Tell Shannon I said hi when you get there. She'll take care of you guys. If you're on that end of town and you want strawberries, ladies and gentlemen, say something to Shannon. She'll get me a mess. We'll get you squared away. Don't forget, $4 a dozen. $4 a dozen Quinault Ever Sweets. Off the hook. We'll have baskets ready for Mother's Day and Father's Day, ladies and gentlemen. $4 a dozen, and once a week I do get into Reno. If you're in the Reno area, ladies and gentlemen, get a hold of me. We deliver. I'll bring them with me. You don't have to come get them. I'll bring them with me. I just had somebody today who got 250 plants from me because they're doing a big tier thing. So I can't wait to go help them do that and see what that looks like when it's all done. Let's see here. Mary's Heirloom Seeds, MDG Blogger. Don't forget MDG Blogger. Yes, She, that little cute gal over there in the Keystone State, www.foodrevolutionsummit.org, ladies and gentlemen. And I will make sure I get that in the link for you so you can go sign up. You can download these podcasts. You can save the information for later, listen to it for later. And it's off the hook. It is valuable information for your life, for your health. And as you move into the week, as some of the, like Ronnie Cummings will probably speak, maybe Andrew Kimbrell from Center for Food Safety, as they start getting into the legal issues and stuff. The tone of the summit will start changing as we get into the week here. But really, really, really good, good stuff that John and Robert do over there. Let me see. Mary's Heirloom Seeds. There we go, right there. Mary'sHeirloomSeeds.com. Mary'sHeirloomSeeds.com. Let's see what she got on special this week. Companion planting pack, still $24. She got Greek. What was that? Greek. Oh, wait a minute. Come on back here. Ground cherry. Ooh, Cossack pineapple ground cherry. $3. I don't know what that is. I'll have to give her a call and find out. Midnight Red Amaranth. Amaranth, good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. 760-870-4555. Mary's Heirloom Seeds. Hey, she has a seed bank. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, next week, I'm going to try to get a hold of somebody from the Center for Food Safety. They're developing a worldwide international seed bank. I'm going to talk to them about it and find out why we're not getting people like Mary, getting people like Baker Seed Company, Petaluma Seed Bank. Why aren't these people involved? Why aren't we grassrooting this to sidestep what's going on out here? Why are we starting way up here? I don't know, it's just me. But I'm going to try to get an interview with those people and get it up on the blog. We'll see what we can do there. But again, Mary's Heirloom Seeds, 760-870-4550. She is in the San Ramon area, and we currently have over 400 varieties of heirloom, open pollinated, non-GMO, non-hybrid, non-patented, untreated, and organic seeds. Good stuff, Maynard. Let me see here. What else do we got going on today? I think that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I think maybe it's about time to get out of here. You need advertising? Give me a call. We can help you on the radio. International coverage, national coverage, and of course, local coverage here in the Reno, Nevada area. American Matters Media. I'll be on there, and tomorrow morning I'll be on there, as a matter of fact, because I know. Here, tell you what I'm going to do. I know right now, Thomas is going to leave some snarky little comment. I'm going to love it. I love this guy. He's great. He's really, really good. And I'm going to be on tomorrow morning talking about Bill Nye, the fake science guy. His hero! Hey. I have too much fun sometimes. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Regeneration International is reporting. Here's something for you. Around the rest of the world, not only the United States, are there farms 50 plus acres. Everywhere else in the world, half the food in the areas are produced by small and medium-sized farmers, small, under 20 acres, medium, 30 to 50 acre farm. Think about that for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, on an eighth of an acre, my dad taught me and my brother how to grow food for a family of 5. We had vegetables all through the winter. On an eighth of an acre, we grew a lot of food. It produces a lot. You can do it. You can do it in your backyard. We have all kinds of growing solutions here at Alladay LLC, and we are live at the fabulous Wynema Ranch, ladies and gentlemen. But give me a call, 775-230-9915. You can get a hold of me anytime, but I'll be back on the air tomorrow morning And we're going to be getting ready. Don't forget, Preservation Thursday coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Preservation Thursday. Boy, oh boy, is that getting crazy too. I'm telling you, I'm starting to have too much fun. Too much fun. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, while this sun is still out today, I'm going to go play in it for just a minute. Let's have a great day. Let's all be safe out there.